the old Silverado today. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, bro, this truck kind of follows a whole lot of trends. Another thing that I've noticed, a lot of people are putting rock lights on their trucks. And I wanted to take it a step further. I'm gonna be putting some rock lights, or underglow, if you will, on the old Silverado today. And it's not gonna be the traditional style that you're seeing everybody else do. And land it upside down. Yeah, well, we're gonna be installing on the old Silverado today is not traditional underglow, but big old freaking pod lights, man. Actually, they're a lot larger than what I was expecting them to be. I thought they're gonna be a little bit smaller, you know, but it is what it is. What's my baby doing in there? But here's the thing, we're not only installing uno, dos, just sit there, but we're also tres, cuatro, and 5 and 6. Oh, son of a sack of a dog. Shit. I'm not gonna lie, dude. These are some good freaking looking lights. I was almost kind of thinking I ought to swap them out for the ones on the Blazer. Take the ones off the Blazer and put them underneath the truck. All right, so each one of these kits come with 2. So I ordered 3 kits because I want to put 3 lights on each side of the truck. It's kind of my idea. Each one of these kits come with a wiring harness. Everything is basically plug and play. I'm going to open it up right now. We need to, I want to test out one of the sets of lights and see how bright they are. Yeah, this is going to be the power side. So you have power and ground, fuse, relay, and then it's got a super long cord that does plug in and unplug, so that has the buttons on it. So there's a DRL button and then the light button, because this set actually has DRLs. It's like an amber color. And then on the other far end are the 2 plugs to actually plug the lights themselves in. Snap, and they're waterproof, which is really nice. Snap, snap. So now I need to get a battery or something. Hook this guy up. Use a Kaki's battery, man. He's not using it right now. Okay, and where's my negative? Where'd it go? There it is. All right, hit our DRL button. Doink. What the hell? The DRLs are white? Oh, they're white and amber. That's freaking sick, dude. So you can have it amber or white. And then bow! Holy shit! Oh man. How do you turn the DRL off? Oh, you hold the button down. Amber DRL, white DRL, and then you hold the DRL button down and it shuts them off. And that's for the light. And then you can have the DRLs on at the same time. White or amber, of course. Bro. Dude, those things are bright, buddy. Freaking bright. Look at that, babe.
I know. Jeez.
Hell yeah.
God, I got spots in my eyes now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, dude. I mean, that is during the day, bro. Alright, so as much as I want to use all 6, I'm underneath here and I'm just kind of looking at it. Sometimes you just kind of have to look at it. So I'm thinking because these things are so bright, I'm going to want them spread out as much as possible. So I was going to put one basically behind the front wheel, one in front of the back wheel, and then just center one, you know. But if you get underneath here, there's really nowhere to mount it right here. Like underneath the bed, because the leaf spring, there's nowhere to mount it, you know. I can't go on the frame. Now whenever you come up here, my idea was to mount them on the frame itself, but there's a lot going on the frame. I would have to actually mount them to the cab. I do have these pop outs right here, which I think will work perfect, because then I can mount the rib nut going up basically, and I'm not poking through the floor. But I would have to put one here and then one right there, which would only give me space for mounting 2 on each side, which isn't terrible, bro. Because when I first thought about doing this, I didn't really want it to light up the entire ground. I wanted to see the separation between the lights. So I wanted to do 3 on each side, and then whenever they're on, I want it to basically look like 3 lit like circles on the ground. I didn't want it to be so bright that the light just kind of combines and just looks like Underglow for the most part. So anyhow, I figured with just doing 2 lights on each side, that'd get me closer to having that separation in the lighting, you know? I don't know, man. There's really no way of telling without just doing it, you know what I'm saying? So that's gonna end up leaving me with just 2 lights that we're not gonna use. So anyhow, I've done enough talking about it. Let's be about it and get to mounting these things up. I got a lot of wiring to run. All right, got that one all mounted up and got it all tight, and yeah, that's there, bro. Obviously we got to run the wiring, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one mounted. I took my tape measure, and right to the bottom of that bracket to the cab is right at 4 inches. So I came over here on this side, just trying to keep everything symmetrical, and I set my tape measure at 4 inches, and then I marked it right there, and then sat our bracket up here right at that 4-inch mark, and then marked our hole. So at least I know that from left to right they will be at the same distance, you know what I mean, so that hopefully the light that shines on the ground looks symmetrical front and back. All right, got both lights mounted underneath here, and while I have the truck up in the air on this side, figured I may as well go ahead and get the wiring harness ran down there, get those all plugged in before, because I need to scoot the truck over and jack up the other side to get to the other lights. What's really nice is all the wiring is literally done for us. I just gotta run this down there to where I'm gonna be able to plug the lights in. Got our relay, our fuse, our switch, everything's done. We just gotta route the wires and get them zip tied up nice and clean so that they don't come in contact with anything hot. All right, got our harness down here by the frame. And if you look, there's a big old wired harness already running down here. So I'm basically following that guy. And they give me something to zip tie to. And obviously this thing is routed in a way that it doesn't get damaged or anything. So this should be a pretty safe route for our harness for our lights. All right, get our wires pulled through. I'm going ahead and I'm passing the first light to make sure I've got enough slack to reach our furthest light. Up and over, and then here's our harness for our furthest light. Plug that in, and then this one can come back over here and plug in to this one. Bang bang. Now I just gotta pull all the slack out and zip tie the living hell out of all this stuff. Yeah, so there'll be a little bit of extra slack right here because the harness kind of wise off to go to the 2 lights. But yeah, I can just zip tie all that stuff up and then pull all this slack back into the engine bay to make sure we're going to be able to reach our battery. Hell yeah. All right, I'll get this all zip tied. You guys ever get something completely routed and you're like, dude, I want the whole thing to be on the other side of those brake lines. Or whatever it is, bro. You're like, God dang it. It'd be so much cleaner if it was on the other side of that. So now you gotta run it all the way back out and get it on the other freaking side just so that it'll run clean, you know? Alright, so I got the power ran on both sides. Nothing's connected yet. I just have the harness ran up to the engine bay. I was kind of peeling this back right here. The wiring harness that goes up to the switch. Because now, obviously, we're going to have 2 of these switches. I'd much rather it all be running to 1. You know, so all 4 lights come on at the same time. And if I cycle through like the DRL, the colors on it and stuff. I just want to press the button once and all 4 of them turn amber, all 4 of them turn white, all 4 lights turn on, all 4 turn off. You know what I mean? Like, I just want it to all be on one button. So I was peeling this back just to see what the wiring looks like on the inside of here, because it would probably intimidate me a little bit if all the wires were the same color. But they are color coded. We got a red, green, white, yellow, and black in there. So what I think I'm gonna do, well, what I know I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut one of these. I'm gonna jump them together, and then at that point I'll be able to just run one of these switches through the firewall. That's the only thing that's got to go on the inside of the truck, is the switch. And then we'll only have one switch and one wire harness that we got to run through the firewall. Just be a lot cleaner and a lot more functional. Aside from that, the only other thing that I need to do is probably extend this power wire so that it'll reach on that side, so I can connect it at the same place with the other set of lights. I don't want to, I don't want to try to find somewhere over here. I'm just going to connect them both over there where the battery's at. Just unfortunately, this isn't long enough on this side of the vehicle to reach all the way over there. So we will have to extend the power wire. The ground, I'll probably just bolt to the chassis somewhere on this side. And then, yeah, just run the one power wire over there. And then we should be good. I'm gonna get that done and I'll catch up with you. All right, I got all the wiring ran from that side over to this side. Everything's pretty much done. So all the power is tied into the same ring terminal. So I just have to hook up this one ring terminal. I've got the ground on this side connected right here, and yes, I tested it and it's getting a good ground right there. So I have to connect the ground on this side. I'm probably going to do the same spot unless I find something different. But as far as the power, I pulled this cover up off the fuse box, in which, good Lord, buddy, I haven't been in there yet. Dude, do you guys remember when we got this truck? This whole truck looked like that. The whole thing. Inside, outside, everywhere. Anyhow, I got my compressors charged up. We're going to clean that here in a second. But yeah, I have so these are the leads coming from that set of lights and this set of lights, and I have them basically tied together. Dude, this is really fine wire, really small wire. So I got to connect all those to this, and this will be the long portion that actually goes through the firewall and connects to our one switch. I'm hoping it works. I'm going to test it out here before I finalize everything. But another thing with this really fine wire, if you guys have ever had one of these kits right here, I've bought so many of these kits that have the solder and shrink tube and everything all together, and I've never used these really small white ones. But today we get to finally use these really itty bitty tiny small white ones. Alright, we got it all hooked up. Got all the wiring all put away. Oh, really quick, let's play a game. Find the new wiring. You want me to give you a hint? You're not going to be able to find it. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's all tucked in there nice and clean. You can't see any of it. But anyhow, I got the switch ran, and I did get it eliminated down to one switch, which is huge. Bow! There it is. Good Lord, boy. Those things are bright. Of course, we need to wait till the sun actually goes down to get a good look at what they're really going to look like. But yeah, that's pretty freaking bright, man. I'm actually excited for the DRLs too, because at night it should be bright enough to kind of like shine on the ground, but not be as bright as the actual light being on. But I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's not bad, man. I mean, it's probably one of the most useless things I've ever done in one of my trucks. But it is what it is. I think it's kind of cool. Realistically, I think it'd be cool just if it turned on with the dome light. Like it was just to light up the ground whenever you're getting in and out of the truck. Anyhow, that is the actual pod lights on. And that's just with the DRLs on. And then white DRL. I think that's probably a lot cleaner of a look, just with the dim light. Yeah, honestly, I think I really do like it a lot better with just the dim light, which is crazy. I just put 5.5-inch pod lights underneath my truck, and I like the DRL portion of it better. Anyhow, I think it'd be cool to like wire it up to where, let's say these come on with like the running lights, like the DRL section comes on with the running lights, and then the bright, like the actual fog light kicks on whenever the dome light comes on. So whenever you open the door, it lights up the ground around the truck. I think that would be cool. Kind of like courtesy lights, I think is what they call them. Alright guys, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Throw in the comments what you guys think of my little lights. I know most people are gonna make fun of it, but it is what it is. We didn't end up using all 6 of them. I think I need to figure out exactly what to do with these ones. Maybe I'll put 2 in the front and order another 2 for the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Remember, Max Speeding Rods is giving you guys a discount on all of their products. I'll have a link in the description down below for these lights if you're interested. I was surprised they literally have like 20 different freaking pod lights, man. They have so many like pod lights to choose from. I kind of wish that I would have gotten slightly smaller ones because they had smaller ones, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace, and we'll see you on the next one.